Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's good to be with you once again. I just want you to know how much I've missed you guys. I hope that you're all doing well. I understand it's been a good season. Probably thinking, what the crap is with that helmet? Well, let me show you something. Coach Bam gave this to me. This is one of the highest honors I've ever received. This little helmet that they don't let you wear anymore. This looked actually kind of like what I used to wear when I played football. I want to talk to you today. I'm going to give you an update on how things are going, but I want to talk to you today about pain, about lessons that I've learned through pain. So I can't really do that here very well. This is just the church office, my office. Yes, that's a poster of Captain America holding the hammer Mjolnir in the back. We'll get to that later. There's my messy desk, all that stuff. Walk with me. We're going to go to a place that has known a lot of my pain, so walk with me. Gentlemen, welcome to my sanctum sanctorum. This is my basement weight room. I had one in Lakin, and I'm in Cheney now. If you're not familiar with where that is, that's just west of Wichita, west of Goddard by about 15, 20 miles or so. And just as I had a weight room back at Lakin, I've got one here. And yes, that is a poster of Captain America holding the hammer of Thor, Mjolnir, hanging up on the wall there. And yes, I do have an exact copy of that also hanging up in the office. That's a big deal. Listen, guys, I want to talk to you about pain specifically. Pain in particular and suffering in general. There's a few lessons I want to give you. Lesson number one is this. Is that you can learn from pain. Pain can teach you. Sometimes you have to hurt in order to grow and lose in order to gain, because life's greatest lessons are learned through pain. I remember reading that somewhere. That was a quote that's attributed to someone, but it doesn't matter. Pain can teach you a lot of different things. Pain can teach you how to endure. Pain can teach you how to be tough. Pain can be part of a growing experience of what it means to become a mature person. It's just part of life. There is no going through life without pain. You guys have endured quite a bit of physical discomfort and pain over these last several months. You've been doing practices, you've been hitting the weight room all summer, you've been going through different exercises, both physically and mentally, in order to prepare for the game that you have coming up against, I believe it's Ellsworth, and that's going to be a tough game. You have gone through a lot of pain, which has brought you to this point. Pain has brought you together as a team. You've suffered together, you've sweat together, you've bled together, and here you are. If you win, you can go on. This is the situation that you want to be in high school football. You're at a place where you can go forward without any regret. So you can learn through pain, and I suspect you gentlemen already have. Now, second lesson is that it's okay to hurt. Heck, my arm hurts just holding up this dumb phone. Who'd have thought that the phone could feel so heavy? But I did shoulders today, so there you go, more pain. It's okay to hurt. Now, I have had a fairly difficult time these last several months. For those of you that don't know my story, let me switch arms here. If you don't know my story, I was the pastor at Lakin until this last December. And what that means is that I went on a leave of absence because we had to take care of our son Alistair, who we discovered was on the autism spectrum. In order for him to be taken care of, we had to take him to a special place that gives therapy, which was in Wichita. And we were driving out once a week to get there, and that wasn't enough therapy for him. So in order to get closer, not because we wanted to leave or not because things were dicey or anything like that, but because we had to for the sake of Alistair, we moved away. I dropped out of work. I became unemployed for 6 months. Coaches, adults in the room, especially men, you know, if you've ever been unemployed, it really sucks, or at least it can. This was okay. I did move in with my parents, our whole family did, and we learned what it meant to live together. You want to talk about hurt and pain, try moving in with your family after having your own place for a long time. But all of that served to come to a certain purpose, which was Alistair is doing really well because of the therapy he's been getting. We were appointed to Cheney, which is only 45 minutes away. Sure beats the 4-hour drive that we used to have. He's getting more contact hours there than ever before. Holly's doing really well. Renee's doing really well. All of that happened, and it couldn't have happened any other way. And there was quite a bit of hurt that went through that whole process. Leaving friends behind, being uncomfortable living with family. They were great, by the way, my parents were, just so you know that I'm not bad-mouthing them. Being unemployed, not knowing what our future was, all those things were not easy. But I believe that God, in his providential arranging of life, made things happen for this particular reason. And so pain was part of the lesson, and it's okay to hurt. It's okay to experience pain. Now, that being said, I became really depressed. So my third point here is that it's okay to feel better too. I became really chemically in my brain, the chemicals were just off. And so the doctor said, we're going to give you this thing that creates more serotonin in your brain. And we think that's going to make you feel a little bit better. And it's a temporary kind of a situation. And so for the first time in my life, I ended up taking a freaking antidepressant. And I mention that because they're prescribed more often than ever. Some of you guys might be taking those now. Or maybe in your adult life, you'll come across a point of depression. That's okay. It's okay to hurt, but it's also okay to feel good. It's okay to get better. All right? Now I can tell you, things have gotten better for me, like mentally, emotionally, and not feeling that same kind of discomfort emotionally that I had to that point, and actually with doctor's help, I'm rotating off of that. That's a good deal there. It's okay to hurt. It's also okay to feel better. If you lose not tonight, but tomorrow night, you're going to hurt. That's okay. You're going to feel better. That's okay. If you win and you carry on, you're going to have and I hope you do, by the way, and I think that you can, and I totally expect you to. If not, I'm going to be really ticked off.
Do you understand that? Serious crap.
Okay, maybe not that ticked off, but you get the idea. If you win, you go on, you're going to have hurts in your life in other places. I'll tell you what, those pains don't have to linger. So it's okay to feel better. If ever in your life you become depressed or have different situations come up, there's going to be pain. But God did not mean for you to feel pain for the rest of your life. Whatever you're suffering that you might be going through, whether it's a temporary thing or whether it's a long-term thing, I want you to know that God suffers with you, that he loves you, and that he's got a plan and he's going to take care of you. And that's why he sent his son Jesus. Now, I can't say too much more lest I be accused of preaching to the football team. You guys know that I'm a Christian, so that permeates every aspect of my life. Just consider that an anthropology lesson from a person from a specific religious background. So lesson number 1, you can learn from pain. Lesson 2, it's okay to hurt. Lesson 3, it's okay to feel better. Lesson 4, never skip leg day. Good luck, gentlemen.